Hi everyone, thanks for making the left turn. Welcome back to the Jacksonville channel and welcome back to History Jacksonville. And on this episode of History Jacksonville, we're bringing back Our Forgotten Downtown. This is the second episode within History Jacksonville of Our Forgotten Downtown, and I have the pleasure to bring to you today a profile of various early 20th century buildings, and I'm going to talk to you specifically at the beginning about a building that's in danger of demolition. It's 122 East Duval Street, the Elena Flats Building. We'll talk about it, but I want to, first of all, before I get into the details and also start showing you the neighborhood and all the great things that are going on here downtown, I'd like to point out to you that I am directly across from the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, built in the early years of the 20th century after the Great Fire of 1901, and it's a Catholic church, and itself could have its own episode of History Jacksonville one of these days, I'm sure. But we're going to profile a building across the street. It's called the Elena Flats Building, and in the early years of the 20th century, after the Great Fire of 1901, it was built, I would say, around 1908, 1909, and it was built as a boarding house. And in this area at the time, boarding houses were being built to accommodate the need for people to live near where all the businesses were being built, and of course for what was happening in the early years. And it is actually of a wood frame construction with a brick exterior, and it is definitely a classic example of our forgotten downtown. In fact, it's been so forgotten that unless something is done, it may very well be demolished, and one more building in downtown would meet the bulldozer, and we would lose an example, a classic example of early 20th century housing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, show you more of this building, and I'm going to show you more of what's going on in the neighborhood. I'm going to show you some examples of early 20th century structures that are still in use, that are serving the needs of the people of Jacksonville here in 2015. So we do have, coming up this very week, on January 28th, 2015, at 3 p.m. in room A51 of the Ed Ball Building at 214 Hogan Street, the Historical Review Commission is going to review the petition, and the fate of this old building will be decided. You know, you look at it, it's got some amazing features to it. You've got what remains of the front porch, including a really distinctive Corinthian column, and you have some fascinating design. On the front. And this commission is going to be determining historical significance. Well, I don't think it gets any more historically significant than this. So I have optimism, I have hope, but ultimately, of course, it's for the city government to decide what will happen. I have hope that in time this building can be rehabbed, reconstructed, as other buildings have in Jacksonville, in our downtown, and we can experience a return to the use for which this building was built for. A place for people to stay, a place for people to live, in a very, very convenient location right here in downtown Jacksonville. So, you know what time it is. For those of you who are regular watchers of the Left Turn Network and History Jacksonville, you know what I'm about to say, so I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just going to say it. Let's roll it. This building was built as a boarding house, so you would have multiple rooms within this building. You can see the brick exterior, the old style shapes of the windows. You can see, of course, the vines extending down from the roof. A place like this could probably, if it could be rehabbed, renovated, refurbished, however you want to put it, it could have a nice rooftop view with the basilica and, of course, downtown with the skyscrapers on the other side, of course. Of course, convenient location, not that far from Hemming Plaza, City Hall, Federal Courthouse, and various churches right here on Duval Street. We're at the corner of Liberty and Forsyth Streets in an eclectic area of downtown. We have, right around here, the old Duval County Courthouse, various bail bonds offices, a relatively new condominium building, and another one under construction next door. And of course we have the Police Memorial Building, the rear entrance, I guess you could say more the main business entrance of the Police Memorial Building, adjacent to, of course, the Duval County Jail. And at this corner we also have a ramp onto the Hart Bridge. It'll take you on the expressway over the Hart Bridge and towards Atlantic Boulevard. You can go all the way out to Beach Boulevard on that expressway. Now you're probably wondering, why have I brought you to this corner? Well, you're going to see something unique, of course. You're going to see a classic example of what I'm trying to profile here on History Jacksonville Forgotten Downtown. On this spot in 1863, the Plaza Building was built. Now it burned down in the Great Fire of 1901 and was rebuilt, according to the plaque, in 1902. And it was refurbished in 1985. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places. Now, as time has continued to slip into the future, you know, this building, which is now law offices, is a survivor, and it's a reminder of the unique places downtown that many of us in the hustle and bustle, either rushing to get onto the Hart Bridge, or for some of us rushing to do business around here, or some people rushing to get to their condo. This is definitely a unique corner and a reminder of what can be done with an early 20th century structure. And we'll get some more view of this. Stand by. Of course, like a lot of buildings downtown, this building is for sale according to the sign. It's a historic building for sale. And look at the unique porches. We have a ground level porch, a second story porch. The brick, I think, is really cool, and the windows, the bay window design is pretty cool. And it's just amazing. It's amazing how such a unique place has survived amidst what we have today on our, not that far from our riverfront. Another example of early 20th century housing is the Palms Hotel, still in business. According to the sign, it was established in 1950, and before it was a residential building, and of course it's surrounded by palm trees. And I can imagine that, from what I can interpret here, that the original structure is behind, that you see going up to the third floor, is behind this ground level stucco structure. As you can see with the modern windows, you don't get as much of a feel for it as you might with other buildings. but an example that people are still using some of these older buildings on into 2015. And so as we continue our series of History Jacksonville, and we continue within our series with Our Forgotten Downtown, let's think about what it is we can do to preserve our legacy, to preserve our history and our heritage, and also improve our downtown. Every time that I come downtown and I go elsewhere throughout the city on these film sessions that I do practically weekly now, I continue to be astounded, continue to be amazed, continue to be inspired about what all is here in Jacksonville and the opportunities that we have to make things better. I want to thank you for watching History Jacksonville. I want to thank you for watching Our Forgotten Downtown. And I want to thank you for watching the Jack's Left channel. The best is yet to come. I've got a lot planned. And if you're interested in filming, writing, joining me on these weekend excursions all around town, please definitely check us out on the leftturnnetwork.com and check us out and message me and stay tuned for upcoming events. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you later.